Gaming journalism these days, guys, is one of the most hypocrisy-filled space that I ever seen. So we are going to take a look at a tweet from a fellow creator Hypnotic over on Twitter. So he writes, PC Gamer says Stellar Blade is a 68. Couldn't give it a 69 for obvious reasons. That's great, for the game. They claim the game is a Gunner game. It's only successful because of the Chinese, and ultimately has seen other games do it better. Well, first of all, guys, I checked, and the Chinese sales seems to be around 50%, around that. But, even without them, the game is still selling very well. And the Chinese people are also people. If the game sells in China, it is still selling. So what the heck is their point? A lot of us that are not from China are playing the game from all kinds of countries, and it's a good game. So they basically want to be super spiteful about this game and butthurt for some reason. But Hypnotic continues. PC Gamer, same journalist, also couldn't help but show their excitement for a game called Date Everything, where they get to express their inner desire to want to F their refrigerator now and considers it big cuddly. Oh yeah, guys, this is hilarious. I just can't with this game. It's disgusting. I just saw it, and basically it sugarcoats literally the fact that you can F your refrigerator, TV, bed, whatever, and those appliances, furniture, whatever, they're flirting with you and you're supposed to be happy about that. It's like the biggest games for losers, so they have to think outside of the sane box and even consider effing something around their house. That is how this looks like. I mean, who in their sound mind as a creator, somebody that is a creative person in general, would ever think something so crazy and twisted like that? Like, what's the big idea? Like, what's the point except being extremely disgusting and, well, crazy? And again, continue with what Hypnotic says. No one cares what you are into. It's when you try to moral police others and purposely put out a BS review for something that you yourself enjoy, as long as it's marked as LGBTQ or safe horny. Like, what the heck is that? I mean, perception for sexuality these days, or what is good and what is not, it's crazy. I wanted to cover this also because you know how many games have actual sex scenes from years back, like The Witcher, GTA, I'm pretty sure some other games. I just never go to do those sex scenes myself, so I cannot remember on the top of my head, but most recently it was Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. But like, no one complains usually about sex scenes, where in Kingdom Come we had another issue because it was a gay sex scene. Probably there's some others, I don't know. I haven't finished the game yet. But the point is that if there's like a real sex depicted in games, mostly no one is complaining. But if there's like a sexy woman in a game, and if there are mods to make her sexier or whatever the case may be, those gaming journalists are losing their collective minds. It's like, hey, journalist, newsflash, if you want women to be free to express themselves, you should also be able to accept that a woman should be as sexy as possible in a game. If women like to be sexy, women like to be beautiful, women like to be perceived as beautiful. And as a girl gamer myself, I love to see Eve on screen. She's very aesthetically pleasing. Now there's this other thing from an artist's perspective, which I also am, that I would say she's not actually proportionate and her legs are too long. But those things, I know very well that nobody cares about that. It's just, if you're an artist, you see those things, you see like the wrong proportions and all of that. She doesn't have the perfect ratio that we as humans think about when we think about a woman. 90, 60, 90, that's for the shoulders ratio, relative to the hips, relative to the waist, whatever. I know that many people don't care about that. So and despite that, objectively she does look like a gazelle on screen, which is amazing. So I like to see beautiful character on screen, and that's it. Men like to see that, I like to see them. I like to see beautiful women, I like to see beautiful men, handsome men, whatever. For example, I really don't like that guy from Mind's Eye. He looks like total crap. He looks like his mouth is trying to take over his face, and in general he just looks so meh and so soy. Not only that he's not aesthetically pleasing, he just looks like shit that talks. Like somebody drew a shit and it has a mouth and it talks. That's how he looks like to me. So that's not really some character that I want to be playing with as a gamer. No matter if I am a girl or a guy, I'm just a bit taken back. If not actually, not a bit, but more. So Hypnotic continues. Eve has these people losing their shit and it's insane, and it's happened twice, PS5 release and PC release too. Yeah, that's what happened. I mean, both times when this game got released, they were all like, oh my gosh, oh, this woman is so sexy, I can't even. Now here's a quote that he posted in this tweet, and it says, I can't say I've ever looked at any of the inanimate objects in my apartment and thought about taking it for a dinner and a movie, but Date Everything suddenly has me questioning my limited worldview by asking, what if a record player was actually a gorgeous 1920s flapper? Like, oh, what? What? Did you lost your mind completely? I mean, maybe that's a joke, but if I was a gaming journalist and if I was a sane person, I would never even think to write that in an article. This is just insane and it's so retarded. I mean, did we actually lost track of real people in real life and how we're supposed to date them or interact with them? Like, what the actual heck, guys? I did read this article. I did read also the article where it says Stellar Blade sold 1 million units in 3 days on PC, and you can mostly thank Chinese players for that. Well, as far as I can see what I could find, that Stellar Blade did sold over 1 million copies on PC, Steam and Epic Games Store within the first 3 days of its release on June 11, 2025. No updates, sales figures beyond this initial 3-day period are available in the provided data or recent reports, so I can't tell you how much the game sold right now. Now, sales in China are 58% of PC sales, equating to roughly 580,000 copies of the 1 million sold on PC in the first 3 days. This figure is based on industry analyst Daniel Ahmann's statement and corroborated by multiple sources, which attribute the majority of PC sales to China due to factors like Chinese dub, exclusive to PC version, and regional pricing, $38 versus $60 in the US. Some estimates suggest up to 70% of the sales could be from China and South Korea combined, but the 58% figure specifically for China is more consistently reported. But in any case, guys, this is factually a good game. I'm still playing through it. It's still rather new to me. I would definitely not say that it's better than Black Myth Wukong, which sold actually 25 million copies. But back then when that game came out, journalists also said that most of those sales are from China or Asia, but here's what I found. Equating to approximately 70% of Black Myth Wukong's 25 million copies sold globally are from China alone, equating to 17.5 million copies. While price data for another Asian countries, Japan, South Korea, isn't explicitly detailed. The game's strong performance in Asia, particularly China, is noted in reports. Assuming other Asian markets contribute a smaller share, total Asian sales, including China, are likely around 18 to 20 million copies, with China dominating at 17.5 million and the remaining 0.5 and 2.5 million from other Asian regions like Japan and Southeast Asia. Based on its high PS5 downloading rankings in Japan and reported popularity in Asian markets, the remaining 5 to 7 million copies, which is 20 to 30%, are from non-Asian regions, North America and Europe. Okay, so even if Black Myth Wukong sold 5 to 7 million copies anywhere else but Asia, that is still amazing success to the game. And once again, Asian markets freaking count as people. Like, what the heck? Black Myth Wukong is very specific in terms of mythology and all of that, but you don't actually have to know the myth if you want to enjoy the game, because the gameplay is so good and the enemies are so amazing. The way that this game makes you feel, you just want to keep being good. It doesn't crush you morally like some of the Dark Souls are doing. At least that is my view and my opinion as a player. So yeah guys, there you have it. There's some hypocrisy again of the gaming journalist as always. If you want to get more objective news and news delivery, you really can't count on gaming journalism these days, guys. You can count on me, definitely. You can count on Hypnotic, you can count on Smash JT, you can count on Veradark, other creators like that always going to deliver you the news the way that they are. Of course, I can guarantee that for myself. I cannot speak for others, but so far from what I've seen, they're all doing an amazing job. But guys, let me know what you think as a player, as a gamer. Would you play a game like Date Everything, and do you think that that is better and more sane than just having an amazing sexy woman in the game? And that's that. We had amazing sexy women since like 20 years ago. Nobody complained back then, and you may say, well, we did not have the feminist movement back then. Well, if you wanna be a real feminist, guys, just let women be women in gaming, and that is that. With me, the 40k Empress, or G-Hammer Empress in here. Check out my channels, the main channel 40k Empress. Superhero Truth is my channel with my friend Logan, in which we discuss superhero things, superhero truth for real. If you'd like to support me, links are also down below to my OnlyFans, where I do only not explicit content, only informative content about fitness, health, nutrition, relationship advice, and more, and my physique updates, which are censored, and they're about my physique progress and how I am keeping in shape for more than 10 years now. So if you want to get meaningful content at all places, yeah, I know, at OnlyFans, you can actually get it with me. So, thank you guys, bye, and until next time, love you.
For the imperium must not fail. Imperium we prevail. The warriors march with sacred might, their purpose burning crystal bright, to lift the throne world from its plight and guard humanity's light.